No, the one thing I'll say is just listen to Coach talk. Yesterday was National Coaches Day. We have some unbelievable coaches here at CSU. Took a couple off days, last couple days, and gone to some practices. Some really cool stuff. And if people think coaches aren't trying their hardest, you're sadly mistaken. These guys want nothing but the best for these student athletes. They're working hard every single day. I know I am. I see it in their offices. So just want to give a shout out to all the coaches here. They're doing a great job.
I know every tournament counts for you throughout a season in terms of where you want to get to by the end, but how does fall differ from your spring schedule and maybe how you approach it with your team?
Yeah, I mean, every stroke counts, so it's obviously very important. But we have great depth this year. Some people think that is a negative. We have 8 guys that all can tee it up and compete and play for us at a high level. So it's important for me to see all of them play. We're changing the lineup up this week. We're very democratic the way we pick it. Guys qualify, and then they earn their spots. Florentine Meller's a freshman, earned his spot this week, so we're really excited about him getting up to Portland. And then Owen and Matthew are going to compete tomorrow for the last spot, which is also awesome. Just seeing people compete under fire and what they've got. So that'll be, if Matthew qualifies, we'll see all 8 guys play, which is awesome. So we're excited for that, to get more reps and get ready for the spring, which is obviously the championship season. But we're in a good place to start out the first 3.
You were heavily active at the start of the year. Was there a positive out of that, playing tournaments back to back to back?
Yeah, I mean, if you're rolling, it's
Yeah.
good. We ran out of steam a little bit in New Mexico, and that's fine. We had some freshmen that just mentally didn't have it that week, and that's golf. You look at the PGA Tour, some guys win, and the next week they miss the cut. It's golf. So we got great experience out of those events. Those are teams that are all going to be in regionals, come March or come May. Long Beach State's a top 25 team. We were with them down the stretch at our home event. In Utah, we beat 4 top 25 teams on a really difficult golf course. So those were a lot of positives that came out of that event. The good news about college golf is you don't have to play perfect for the entire season. You get 1 or 2 kind of hiccups. We used one, and we let the guys know that was their one for the fall, and they're ready to go after a nice little break. Got back in the classroom, got back on the range, and we're ready to go Sunday.
When you guys get through these last tournaments in October, what was kind of the break, I guess, if you will, between the fall season and spring season look like in a place where you can't necessarily play through winter?
Yeah, I think for me, I think it's beneficial. I was telling everybody last year, come March and April, I was the most fresh I was as a coach. It's a nice built-in break, November to January. Go hibernate, go to class, go be a college student, get away from the game. Our spring season is long. We're starting training camp in the middle of January, and we hope to be playing until June 2nd. And that's a long spring. So we want guys to get away. We want guys to go get in the gym, get workouts in, get with their swing coaches, get technique stuff done, and not think of the weather as a negative. It's actually a positive to work on some stuff.
You mentioned that some people see having a ton of depth as potentially negative. Is that just about taking guys out of a rhythm potentially?
Yeah, golf is hard. I mean, I can't sub a guy in. I can't give somebody 10 minutes of playing time because I like them or they're right on the cusp. We take 5 guys and those 5 guys play, and so 3 guys are always going to be sitting out. And how we go about picking that lineup, because we have such good depth, I want them to pick it. We do 3 rounds of qualifying for this event. We did 6 rounds of qualifying for the first event. You are what you shoot. It's not that you're a bad person, but that's how we pick the lineup. And so it's really good that you're under fire. You have to hit shots that matter every single day because you can't just flip a light switch when the tournament starts. You got to be in that competitive mode day in and day out.
Have you seen that competition, I guess, bring the best out of the people, just knowing that you're not just default into the lineup?
Yeah.
You can't rest on your laurels?
It's fantastic. I mean, you had guys that weren't in the lineup for the first 3 tournaments, and they were here practicing every single day. They're competing against each other while they're not at tournaments, and then we had qualifying, and they were ready to go, last Friday and shooting better scores than they were a week ago. So for me, that constant competition is really, really good and really healthy. And there's something really cool about college golf. And you're playing a qualifying round at 6:30 on a Friday night, and you beat a kid by 1. You get in the car with them, you go to dinner, and you're their roommate. There's something really cool about that dynamic of our program and our team that we're trying to beat each other's brains in every single day, and we want that spot. But the program all is together. And so whether those guys are in the lineup or not, the group text that we get from the 3 guys that aren't playing it's awesome. And that's really what I like, is that people really want to compete, But golf is, contrary to what you saw at Bethpage, is a very, friendly sportsmanship type sport. And so our guys, act professionally when they don't make the lineup. So it's always a good thing.
You've had a lot of experience in multiple sports in college. How does that help you as a golf coach?
As a golf coach, people don't realize college golf is a team sport. We play golf all day individually, and everybody is like, oh, I shot 75. Well, in college golf, you shoot 75, your other 4 guys might pick you up. And so I dive into my basketball background. College golf is team. I don't know where guys finish individually half the time in tournaments. Where did the team finish? Your throwout score was our throwout score. We move on. There's a lot of similarities in sports. I tell people a 6-foot putt and a free throw has a lot of similarities. You got to be mentally locked in. You have to have good technique. You have to be mentally strong to step up and take on the moment. So it's all positive for me, just building on the team stuff and building on competition.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jack.